Hello.
Welcome to the commentary zone. What's going on today for your pre-Friday?
Oh my, busy, busy, busy. At least just on YouTube Network. Thank goodness.
Mm,
So three shows today. And then work is kind of mellow, so it works out. It works out perfectly.
nice. Alrighty, so on the docket today, we have a double header. We have The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Season 1, Episode 6, Bonfire of the Frenemies, and Episode 7, You Go Big Before You Go Home. Oh, Lordy. These these were two good episodes. It tied everything up with a pretty little bow.
Yes, it did.
And it almost felt like one of the ladies was just bidding adieu.
Like just done. Like you could see it too, and like
Hmm.
Cynthia, she just couldn't figure it out. She just didn't
I
get
think
it.
in the end she did. When she got together with Kyle, who assumed her role, because that's why she lost her footing. Normally, she's the one who runs interference and mediates and all of that. And Kyle took that role from her, and she was kind of lost. And then her friend wasn't backing her up in her head.
Hmm.
Um, so she was like, she lost her anchor. She didn't know what her function was here.
Hmm.
But once, like, that last part, where were they? I think it was the last dinner. Where was it? The last dinner? It was at some dinner at night out on the sand, and they were telling Ramona, you know they felt bad when they was at John house, and they felt bad for her for what Kenya was doing.
Hmm.
And she was kind of embarrassed, and she was upset that Luann and Kenya were kind of pushing Luann on John in front of her. Yes. She
Hmm.
shouldn't have been upset about that, because I have a theory about John, but I ain't gonna say nothing right now. They kind of counseled her together, and that's what Cynthia should have did from the jump. There's no rule that says there could only be one mediator.
Right.
Poor Cynthia. But anywho, let's start off with episode 6. This is the bonfire of the frenemies. Cynthia is finally admitting that she's not sure why she's having trouble connecting with the other women, and she really wants to turn it around with an activity. Is this where she does the Bailey Bowl? I think so.
I want to say yes.
This was a good activity for these women, though. I ain't gonna
It was
lie.
really good, actually.
You know, and it seems like she put a little bit more thought into it, tailoring it to these women and not Atlanta.
Right.
um, we see Teresa go into Ramona's room, I guess with some sort of exercise outfit or something. I don't know. Teresa feels bad for Ramona that she left early for her dinner the previous night. And Teresa thinks that Ramona is lonely. I can agree with that.
Right, especially after what Melissa said, where Ramon was like, "I'm going to stay a couple extra days," and then Melissa's like, "Oh, you want to stay more?" And she's like, "Well, where am I rushing home to?"
Hmm. But if we really
So
think about it, even when she was married, she was lonely.
towards the end, yeah,
No, I think throughout.
you think so?
Because remember when she sits down in episode 7 with Kenya, and she said because of what her father did during her childhood, she's gravitated towards emotionally men who are not emotionally available to her. Mario was never emotionally available to her.
Mm. Yeah, because she didn't separate him out.
So I think she's been lonely for a real long time. It is just now she is physically alone that it's more noticeable. But I think it hurts more when you're surrounded by people and you're lonely. That hurts the most. Hold on. Hello, everybody in the live chat. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Michael X. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Kelly. Let's see who else is here. Hi, Trey. I think we've got everybody. Okay, so buckle up. Um, Teresa has insight. Wow. Yeah, that I I think we've all done what Ramona has done is discounted Teresa for a very, very long time. But I think she is sensitive. I think she's intuitive and she's got street smarts. I love her.
The thing is, what
On
thing with
this.
Teresa, I think with Teresa is though she's not in the normal environment, so she doesn't have people. They don't they're not with her on the day to day, so then they've seen her life play out, so they're not judging her. So these other ladies really don't have any, how you say, in real life contact with her. So there's nothing to really draw on emotionally. So they're just taking her in front of them where she is now. That's why I try to tell people like in life, me personally, I don't judge people on their path. I just judge you. I just meet you where you are currently. So I think that's what's happened on this trip, which is why this trip has worked, is because these ladies outside of their twosomes and Kyle K's onesome, they are taking these ladies as they are meeting them now. So that's why you can take. It's easier to take Teresa and understand her because, like, I get what she's saying. Like, she never felt support on her own show, and but that's because these ladies kind of know on her show, know her, and they have emotional history to draw on and to use against her. These ladies don't really have that, so it's easy to take this Teresa that they're seeing in front of them, like, what she does. They're listening to Teresa. I think that's really what it comes down to. She
I'm
feels heard.
I'm glad you brought that up. What Teresa said about how she's never felt supported on her show. Dolores is her biggest linebacker, Black Dolores. Like for real, for real. I,
Well, that
I I'd be
well,
upset.
I think. Well, I'm not sure when. Well, I'm trying to think. Have they fallen out yet? So I think I saw something where Teresa and Dolores fall out.
But this was
And
from last year, though.
yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, where did this come from? And then Jacqueline was her biggest fan before the fraudulent charges came out. Because Jacqueline was all Team Teresa. So was
Hmm.
Dina.
Yes, because Dina was a godmother to one of her the youngest, the
Yeah.
baby Adriana.
So she had support. I think what happened was people like, baby, you got them criminal charges against you. We can't really, like, you tell us the truth, the full truth.
Oh wow. Well, sorry, I'm just looking at the
No,
chitty
go ahead.
chat. Michael, have a wonderful trip to Texas.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, he's going for a month.
Ooh.
Nice. Uh, hold on. And all the other that are not on the show anymore defending Teresa. Yeah, she's had a lot of support over the
Hmm.
years. Dolores does check her, but she's still there, like as a linebacker. She's the defensive line right there, all in one person.
All Dolores,
Even
all
if
defense.
yeah, and even if Teresa's wrong, she'll defend Teresa, but then pull her to the side and go, sis, Teresa,
Right.
tree, that was
We
dead
didn't
wrong.
we didn't talk about this.
Yes.
And let's not play pretend. And Joe supports her 100%, even when she's wrong.
Yeah.
Joe Joe, that's a brother for you. He's
Hmm.
like, that's my sister. I'm gonna ride for her.
You always know when Dolores is like pulling shit out of her ass in defense of Teresa because she goes, well, I know the type of family that we come from. We're real
Right.
old school. I'd be like, girl.
That's the ultimate fallback.
It's just the way how we were raised. She lumps herself in how we was
Hmm.
raised, old school, and I'm just like, okay, girl.
And Joe's like, yeah, she's my sister, and yes, she's wrong. But Joe says, yes, she's wrong, but she's my sister.
Exactly. And you can't say nothing.
Now I'm gonna get into her when we off camera, but on camera, this is what we rolling with.
Dang. Let's see. Hold on. Kenya and Luann are at breakfast. And they're talking about Ramona and her behaviors and how Luann has I guess conditioned herself to
Mm-hmm.
ignore what
Mm-hmm.
Ramona
Yeah.
does. And then being in this environment out of the New York City bubble and hearing these women talk, she's seeing them in a new light and how Ramona behaves to others and to her.
Mm-hmm.
So
Different dynamic.
poor Luann.
Different dynamic. The way Lily is conditioned herself to be like, this is. She's put herself in the bubble like this is Ramona being Ramona.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I always tell people, you teach people how to treat you. So since Luann never bit back, really, Ramona's like, okay, I can keep saying this stuff, whether it's true or not. And Luann's my friend. She'll just like, she understands me. That's what Ramona says in her head.
Mm-hmm.
Luann's my friend. She gets me. This is just me.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay, hold on. And so Steven says, yes, Debbie, but it's also someone else who wants some of Teresa's shine. Well, yeah, she's the top dog on the show. So, everybody wanna come and get that.
Oh yeah, like we
Um,
all know Melissa wants to be new queen. Let's
yep,
call a thing a thing. Melissa wants to be
yep.
queen.
But that's not gonna happen. I don't think she has the personality for it. Um, Poor Joe, once he is this parent, he has to keep defending Teresa. Yeah. Yeah, he always, I think that's how the parents taught the two of them, that they have to defend each other because they're all that they have.
Hmm.
And now more so than ever with both parents deceased, I think Teresa fails at it more than Joe does.
Right, and then they don't have the Wakilis because they fell out with them. Because they would ride for Teresa. But then what happened, what Teresa didn't like is when they would tell Teresa, but see, they would tell Teresa flat out on camera that she was wrong.
Oh, Michael, we hope that it's the break that you deserve. Go and have
Exactly.
a ball. Oh,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that rift is there,
Mm-hmm.
and I think here's the thing. I think that Teresa now would be open to them coming back because they're literally all the family they have left. Literally, is Rosie
Mm-hmm.
and what's her face, Kathy,
Kathy
and
and
you know and the Rich, the husband.
oh God, Richie could stay. Now that you remind me, no, he was too much for me. I couldn't take him. He could stay at the gas station. Let's see. Um, Ramona goes out onto the patio where Cynthia's lounging, and she apologizes for messing up the hair and makeup schedule for Teresa's dinner.
Hmm.
And making her late. And she understands that, because Ramona doesn't like to be late, and she understands. So she says that she made someone else late and how that could be upsetting and blah, 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 blah. Cynthia says she doesn't want to go back and forth with this old lady. Um, Old lady is my little contribution to that. But yeah, they giving her a senior citizen pass, and Cynthia coming with a new energy. She was doing her Zen thing out on the
Right.
patio.
On the
And
patio.
then Ramona just came up and just totally just deflated everything. We see Luann and Kenya again. They want, oh, they're loading up the buses to go to the beach. The beach is a couple minutes away. And we see Luann and Kenya going to the bus, but they see Ramona in it, and they're like, and make a beeline for the other bus. But
That
the
was
other
hilarious.
bus, right, because it's supposed to be 3 people in one bus and 4 people in the other.
Hmm.
but it's too many people in the back bus. So someone's got to get out and go up to the bus with Ramona in it. And I think is it
Kyle.
Kyle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle's like, I don't go. I don't care.
Kyle getting along with everybody. She know her man coming.
Right.
Let's see. Who winds up in the bus? Okay. Alrighty. So Melissa has taken allergy pills and she's pretending that she's tired. Cynthia apologizes to Kyle and says that after she prayed on it, she realized that she was a bit jealous of Kyle being friends with Kenya. And then Melissa mentions that Kenya said to her that same thing, but it was about Melissa. And Cynthia said, I didn't say that. Did she say it though? We didn't
Not the
see
Kenyan.
it.
We don't see it. If she did see it, we didn't see it.
But Kenya said it was said on the boat, the first boat trip.
Well, okay, so Cynthia never said it. Kenya, okay, Cynthia never said it.
Right.
Kenya made an observation, is what it was.
But Kenya said she told me that she was jealous of you, Melissa.
Did she say that? I thought she was just giving I thought she was just giving an observation. Like, I think that this is what's going on. Oof. Ooh, she said it's fact. That's not really good.
Yeah. Guys, did you guys catch that? I don't know. Like Kenya was planting seeds of dissent here.
Yes.
She really was. Let's see. So we see Cynthia apologizing. Kyle says she doesn't think she doesn't think that they'll be friends because Kenya is not fun. I mean, not Kenya. Cynthia's not fun. And Kyle says that Melissa and Cynthia will not be friends will not become friends in 2 days because that ship has sailed, or that friendship has sailed. She's very cute and comical in her confessionals. I didn't mind Kyle on this show.
No,
and that's a lot. That took a lot for me to say. They get to the beach. Michael has monogram coconuts for them. I thought that was super cute. They take photos. Michael is now a high-end fashion photographer. God, he was so annoying in this.
I love Michael. Michael is trying to get that extra 5% tip. Quit playing. Let Michael do his thing. I ain't mad at him. Good job, Michael.
When he got down on his belly, taking them pictures of Luann, I think.
Right.
Oh my God. And then he told Cynthia, close her legs. Well, then just aim at her face. What? That is a standard, like, model pose. How you telling the model what to do? So stupid. Anyway.
Ramona, though. Oof.
Ramona was a total mess on the lounger. And then she wanted new pictures taken on the paddle board. I'm so sorry that Kenya did not knock her off that paddle board, to be quite honest. She was lucky with that one. Kyle is upset because she doesn't like her bathing suit by itself. It only looks good with the dress. But that's what you get for wearing something that's so tonal that washes you out. You should have known better.
That's what I thought. I'm like, it kind of washes you out a little bit.
Luann and Cynthia talk, and Cynthia tells her that she did a reset. Cynthia's trying to figure out why she isn't in that space. And she feels that Kenya has done a lot of things to hurt her during the trip, and she doesn't know where their friendship stands. And she's afraid that it will never be the same. Wow. I think this is a buildup of years and years and years. I don't think it's just from this isolated experience. I think the new setting and the new cast members kind of opened her eyes as well. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Oh, bye, Michael. Have a wonderful time. Oh, thank you for joining us. Sorry, the groundskeepers are here. If you hear a noise in the background. Um. Oh yeah, and then we see like Michael taking pictures of Cynthia, and Ramona's yelling at him, wanting new pictures taken of her. Ramona runs into her. Teresa thinks that everyone is like picking on Ramona. She was really feeling bad for her. My God. I don't think you'd be feeling that bad for her if you had to deal with her every day, though.
Agreed.
Hi, Muriel. Okay, so Luann and Ramona finally have a private talk, um, and it's about Ramona's continued bad behavior. Luann
Hmm.
tells her that she won't continue giving her a pass like how she's done all of these seasons. And Luann, like right on cue, Ramona was getting ready to say sorry, and Luann says, "Don't do it. Don't say sorry." Um, she wants Ramona to work on herself and try to understand why she does the things that she does. And Luann says that she really wants to see a change in Ramona, and she feels sympathy for her.
I mean, so do I. I mean, when you see Ramona the way she is, like you can just tell she's lonely. And I, deep down, I think Ramona wants to get married again. I really do. The way she's acting, it's
Mm-hmm.
like she misses being married.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. But why does she want to get married? Does she want a like a soulmate, or does she just want to say that this is my husband, like as if
I
she's
think she,
referencing her handbag?
I think she's looking for the soulmate because she really thought Mario was the one, and she wants the life that her mother didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
and she always thought of herself as a she always thought of herself as a married woman. You know, she wanted to be married, have a child, do and she's done that, but now like with being by herself, she doesn't know how to really handle it because since she's never really been by herself for any real extended period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for someone like her, I think being married like is one of the ultimate goals of a woman is to be married, and she's
From the
not.
generation she comes from, yes,
Hmm.
I'll agree with that. They have their talk, they're good, they come back to the table. And Ramona tells them what happened during their conversation about how she's going to try to change. And like none of these ladies think that's going to happen. It's amazing what people can see after like what, 6 days,
Hmm.
7 days. Oh my God. Kyle then announces that Mauricio is arriving today because he coincidentally has business with the agency in Turks and Caicos. So he scheduled it so he would see her while she's there. And then she does an imitation of what she did at that gala way back in the day, where she claims to have had sex with her husband at the gala event. The ladies get ready for Ramona's dinner at John's house. Um, Ramona's going to everybody's room to give these stick on crystal things, and nobody is really feeling it. The only person that humors her really is Cynthia, put on a whole thing, and then I
Right.
think Luann put on two by her eyes.
Hmm.
I don't think anybody else put on any.
Oh, I thought Melissa just put something on her wrist or something.
Oh, yeah, she did put it on her hand. Okay.
Because she said crystals on your face was like 10 years ago. She's all no, I'm good. And they did a flashback of her 10 years
Wait,
ago.
yep. And she has the bindi.
Yeah, and
Mm,
but she did
girl.
say that was 10 years ago though.
Child. Wait, who is having chocolate strudel? Steven. And I'm here fiending for something sweet. Ugh. Alrighty, so Ramona is all set and ready to go. She's trying to rush Luann. She goes over to Kenya's room, and Kenya, she asks Kenya if she could be ready by 7:30, and Kenya says, "How about 7:45?" And she's like, "Okay." She's trying not to get into it with Kenya, but she wants to hurry up and go to her man's house. Hmm. All the ladies come down. Wait, hold on. Ramona says that she feels that her and Cynthia can leave as friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then it goes to the producer asking her, what about Kenya? And she says that she doesn't care anymore. So yeah, it's the producers asking her. She feels like her and Luann are good. Cynthia, she could leave as friends, and Kenya, she doesn't care about anymore. My God, you got a lot of mouth in that confessional, Ramona. So they get to John's estate. That's a nice home on a private
Mm-hmm.
beach. Ciao. He got some money. He got some money. Mauricio arrives to the house and he sees Cynthia first and says hello to her. Then, Kyle runs up, gives him a big hug and kiss. She's so happy. Her mood has changed. It's totally lifted seeing her man, and I love it. We see Melissa telling Kenya that if she wants an Italian boyfriend, so I guess she's trying to get the hookup because she says yes. Cynthia doesn't seem to be talking to anyone, and Kenya's kind of ignoring her. That's how I took it.
Right.
Oh God, at the table when Melissa starts off as like, oh my God, like you've never been married, you don't have any children, you have this beautiful house, you live on an island, you're like what every man wishes that they could be. And I'm like, what are y'all leading up to? Because I know when I hear this, I'm thinking something totally different. And he has two friends at that party, at that dinner party.
Mm-hmm.
He has the young lady, I don't remember her name. She's sitting at one head of the end of the table, and directly across from her, but next to him is a young man that I don't remember being introduced to. But when Melissa said that and they did that pan out shot of the table and he was sitting next to that young man, it clicked for me. And I was like, gotcha.
Mm.
Gotcha. So I added up 2 plus 2 and got 64. I got a lot from that scene.
Mm. Oh
And
well.
then when they started putting Luann to hit on him,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden that young man was gone from the table because Luann took his seat.
That was funny. I thought it was just me. I was like, okay.
There's a reason why he's never been married and doesn't have children and lives on an island, living the bachelor lifestyle in such a big house. And it's not because he has a lot of family that comes to visit.
Hey, do what you do.
Mm-hmm. But it's also a reason why he could like Luann more than Ramona. What did they call her? Luman? I don't know. This was a very interesting scene. Kenya got together with Luann and they decided to like pick at Ramona by having Luann openly flirt with John. He looked visibly uncomfortable when Kenya started asking him, what type of woman do you like gravitate towards? And I was just like, none.
I was just like, okay.
And then when she started saying what happened on the boat, how Ramona was
Right?
behaving, his eyes, if they could have gotten out of his head and ran away, they would have. It was comical. Hey, Roddy gal. I don't. It was uncalled for. That was a step too far. This is supposed to be a social dinner, and Kenya, you were bringing the whole table down. It's one thing to have Luann flirt,
Right.
because I think she knows how to do it without excluding everybody. But that line of conversation with regards to the bad behavior on the boat, there was a lot of bad behavior to go around, girl.
Quite a bit.
Well, it made Ramona really uncomfortable. At one point, she's trying to get up from the table and go to the restroom. She doesn't really want to be a part of this anymore. She's embarrassed. She's embarrassed by because all of a sudden, the prim and proper Ramona comes back. She doesn't want to hear the cursing. She doesn't want to hear, any of that. And she doesn't want her bad behavior brought up in front of a person that she's obviously been trying to flirt with in her own awkward way. This is when Kyle and Cynthia get together. And they talk to her when she comes back from the restroom privately, and they kind of like settle her down because she was getting agitated. Let's see. What else happened at that dinner?
To me, nothing. I didn't call anything major.
Yeah, the most exciting thing for me was John's the person that John sat next to be quite honest. Let's see. They finished dinner. On the way back to the buses, Luann gives her number to John. It's quite funny. He doesn't really look that interested to me. And Kyle goes to Mauricio's hotel to sleep with him. So she's good with that.
But also interesting thing is John's like, I'm from Toronto and Toronto's great. Toronto this, Toronto that. I'm like, oh, okay. Toronto is one of the most progressive cities in the world.
Yeah.
Very progressive. No, I'm just saying, it kind of fits. When he said Toronto, I was like, he gets like, Toronto's great. I love Toronto. Yada yada. I'm like, oh, another piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was picking up on the signs though.
I mean, but you can see the pan out though. They're seeing it real time. So they're focused on their job. They're not focused on they're focused on being messy. So they're in it. But when you throw in, for us, the viewer, editing and you notice little things like, okay, oh, because we're seeing it from an outside view. When you're in it, you miss so much.
But look at this. Yanni says that she doesn't think Ramona wants to be in love. She hunts a man like a predator. Yeah. I think when she was really doing that, I think she was making up for lost time. And I think she was trying to prove that she still had it with these ladies.
Right. That's what it really was.
It was like, kind of embarrassing.
She's like, she's like, F Luann. I could do just as well, if not better than Luann.
Or that's even Sonia. I thought she was in competition with Sonia. A lot of those, like after she got divorced.
Fair point. Good point. Because Sonia be pulling them, man.
And every night going out to the bars, in their area, respectable venues, I guess.
They said Ramon was up to like 1 a.m. I'm like, oh, ma'am.
Yes, every night. Damn. Every night. Let's see. She wants attention more than love. She's too much of a narcissist to care for others' feelings. Don't you just hate it when your friends bring out the real you in front of a potential suitor?
that can never be happened. That can never happen to me because what you see is what you don't get.
Oh my goodness. They want to see the real you ever. Oh my God. The two of you are a hot mess. All right, so then we see yeah, that was the end of the show. Kyle going off to be with Mauricio and Luann giving them digits. Then we go to episode 7, No Go Big Before You Go Home. And it's the next morning. Ramona's on the tennis courts, I think, with Melissa. I think that was Melissa.
It was Melissa and Ramona.
Mm-hmm. And Kyle comes home in a bathrobe, barefoot.
With her dress slung over her shoulder, that had me hollering.
Yep, and her
That was
shoes in her
gold.
hand.
That was
Mm-hmm.
gold.
But they were saying that she was doing the walk of shame. Ain't no shame if you walking home from your husband.
Right.
You know, I thought it was one of the best looks she had this entire trip.
She didn't care.
Mm-hmm. But she does say that the floozy life is not for her. Come on, girl. Cynthia goes to the kitchen to talk with the chef about the food for the beach day. She wants all cold foods, nothing hot. Cynthia plans the Bailey Bowl so that she can do a full reset with the ladies. It's her last opportunity to do this. They get over to the beach. They sit down and they're having tuna salad or salad niçoise and some leafy greens and something else. It looked really nice. Kenya, she's like, where's the menu? I want a burger. Okay. Go get you a burger. I thought that was rude.
It was.
Maybe she should have went down and had breakfast and then she wouldn't need a burger.
Correct.
But I digress. So to Cynthia's credit, she really didn't say anything. She noted it, but she didn't say anything. She says she's modified these games so the ladies should have a good time. The first game, and it seems like it's like a knockout competition, right? So you all of the ladies start off competing, people get knocked out till it boils down to the final two for who's going to win. And she has a prize. It's a 4-night trip to a luxury accommodations back on the island. So the first game is the ladies have to lick a ball to get a diamond ring that's embedded in it. And I loved Kyle. Kyle had the comment of the episode where she goes, "Oh, that's nothing new for Beverly Hills." Licking balls to get diamond rings. That was a good game. You can't bite it, you can suck it, or you can lick it. That's it. I personally thought Teresa bit it.
Same.
They should have had replay. Like how they do in the NFL, you could the referees could stop the game and do a replay, but whatever. Then they did they put pedometers on their bottoms and started twerking for a minute, and so whoever got the most would move on to the next competition. Cynthia doing the twerking in her confessional.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry.
God, her bum is large. The angle was not good, but my God. Oof. Oh my God. Y'all are still talking about Ramona and her being not being authentic. Ciao. We'll have to wait a long time for that. Then they're in a circle and they have to dig for these containers, I guess, that has water in them. And once they dig them out, they have to unscrew it and throw the water on one person. I didn't get that game. I've never seen that played before, but whatever. Then they come down to the finale, which is the tug of war. They have the final four, which is Kenya, Melissa, and then Luann and Teresa. Luann and Teresa? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And Kenya and Melissa won. So then it was the face off between Melissa and Kenya. And we all knew, my God, Kenya's muscle. And Melissa, she's what? 110 pounds wet. There we go. Anyway, Kenya won, and poor Kyle was like, oh my goodness, Kenya literally dragged her. Yeah, she did.
She really did though.
Yes.
It was no contest. It was no contest, sorry.
Let's see. What's her name? Cynthia comes out with a crown and crowns Kenya, and presents her with the trip. And she then, I thought this was really nice. She turns around and she gives it to Teresa, because she says that with everything that she's gone through, and now she has love, and it's Louis' birthday soon, you know, she inspires her, and she hopes that she gets that in her future as well, you know, and she gives Teresa the trip.
So nice of her.
Teresa, Kyle, and Ramona stay behind while all the other ladies go to wash off the sand off of them. And Ramona shares more of her life, her childhood with them at the table. And Kyle feels that Ramona doesn't like to deal with things. And I don't know. Ramona says that there's something about Kenya that probably triggers her back to like how her father used to treat her mother or something. I don't know. That was just like, that sounded like a bunch of excuses that Ramona's made over the years. I wasn't here for it.
Well, yeah, she's always made those excuses, but I can understand where she's coming from. I get it, but ma'am, and I don't mean this rudely, but like, if you're aware of these triggers and you keep doing the same thing over and over again, I think it's time for you to look into some therapy if you haven't already done it.
I think that's where I'm coming from. Like, we've heard this so many times from her, and yet you've done nothing to change over the years. You've just systematically gotten worse. So I really don't want to hear it from you anymore. But she picked the best audience, because I guess they didn't know. And then Ramona practices her apology for Kenya later. That was ridiculous. Next scene, we see all the ladies packing the day before, because their flight is very early the next morning. So we see Cynthia in the confessional talking about the change in her friendship with Kenya. Did she cry?
I mean, she started to, but then she didn't.
Okay. She says that her friendships with the ladies might have been impacted due to Kenya. Cynthia then goes to Kenya's room to try and talk, and Kenya shuts her down. She's like, I don't have she doesn't have time for this. She doesn't want the emotional, I don't know, dump right now. And Cynthia's like, oh, okay. And she walks away. I thought that was kind of rough.
Agreed.
I think Kenya could have at least heard her out. That's supposed to be your friend.
Exactly. I think that's where Cynthia was coming from. Like, because Cynthia mentioned this later. She said you had all this time for Ramona, but you ain't got time for me. Okay.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of mean of her. But again, 50 Cent did not come out, which was a credit to Cynthia. She just took it and walked away, and she looks so sad and dejected. Aww. Cynthia says that she has to do better showing her friends how to treat her.
Yep. I've always maintained that.
Lesson learned. We see Teresa telling Louie on the phone what Kenya did for her with the trip. And he looks excited. And she's like, Kenya has a friend for life. Really? Okay. Let's see. The ladies head out to dinner. And Kenya is stuck with Cynthia in Cynthia's van. So that's kind of icy. But I wonder if Cynthia really doesn't know when Brooklyn was born, or was she just so deep in her thoughts that it just couldn't come to her? Because she did look distracted. Because Kenya's on the phone with I guess the nanny, and talking about the clothes that the little girl has on, and Cynthia looks zoned out, and Teresa asked her, when is she turning 3? And she's like, I really don't know. You're going to have to ask Kenya. I'm like, oh my God. Right? Okay. With all the pomp and everything that went on with the birth of that child, you would think that they would remember, but I guess not. They get to the dinner. Is this Luann's dinner? Yeah, right?
Yes. This is, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. I know Luann did her performance. I'm going to assume it was her dinner.
Yeah. This is Luann's dinner, because she has the surprise where she's gonna come out to sing her song, "Money Can't Buy You Class." So yeah, they're all there. They sit down to the dinner, and like the first question that they asked when they heard that they were chosen for this particular taping, like what was the first thing that popped into their head? And everyone said, I wanted to know who was going to be on the cast.
That was hilarious.
Luann said, I must be the only one who was worried about who from my cast was coming. And then someone said to Ramona, I guess you were hoping that it was going to be Sonia.
Right.
And she was like, yeah. Oh my God. Let's see. I thought that was cute. What else? Ramona asked Kenya for a private word, and they go off to some Adirondack chairs and they sit down and they talk. She does try to bring up that Kenya somehow triggers her. Kenya's not having it, but she's sitting down and she's letting Ramona have her say. And Ramona apologizes. She says that there is a commonality between them because they both had difficult parental situations growing up, and she thought that they could have bonded over that. And Kenya agrees, and she says, she's not going to hold a grudge, but Ramona has to show growth and not repeat the same actions over and over again. I thought that was fair.
No, it was extremely fair, actually.
Okay, so wait. Yanni says, honestly, Cynthia and Kenya are not that close of friends. Outside the show, they don't interact as much, especially after Kenya had Brooklyn and Cynthia got married. Oof. Yanni got all the business. Ramona doesn't have relationship with some of her siblings because they asked her for money. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
I can see that because she mentioned like one of her sisters has a drinking problem, I think, and her brother passed away due to
his issues,
substance abuse. Yeah. So she said to save herself. I think she said this last the last season or the season before last, where
No, it was
and
last season. She
she had
tried
to
to
save
help
her,
the brother.
but she had to save herself.
He wasn't ready though, and you can't help somebody who wasn't ready.
Exactly.
You know. So yeah, so while they're over there talking, that's where Cynthia comments that it's interesting that Kenya was able to find time to talk to Ramona, but she couldn't find the time to talk with her friend of many years. And then she says another comment that I found very interesting. She goes, "At least she's consistent."
Yep.
Then we see Luann steps away. She says she's going to fix her lashes, but she goes back. She changes her outfit. She puts on a microphone, and she has money guns. And two of the wait staff are there. They also have money guns. I saw one bill. I didn't see anything else come out. They had one bill between 4 money guns.
I don't think they test the guns beforehand, personally.
It was so annoying. So yeah, it turns into a dance party. She's singing. They have CGI fireworks. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
It was such bad editing. Oh my God. Then we see the ladies talking about their experiences. Melissa says she feels like her and Teresa bonded more on this trip, and she hopes that it's going to continue. Kyle Kyle says that laughing was the best part of the trip. Teresa learned that the energy that she surrounds herself with is what she gives back. And she's had good vibes on this trip. Kenya says that this is the first time she's felt accepted and validated, like the women see her for who she is. Cynthia wants to know if she's bleeding.
Too funny.
She says that she's just too old and too tired to be around people who do not respect the boundaries of what a friendship is supposed to be. Bailey out. Damn.
I think she didn't make those choices.
The producers asked Luann if she's going to keep in touch with Michael, and she says that he's already DM'd her. Messy.
So messy.
The producers asked Ramona what she learned about herself on the trip, and she says, I don't know. Lessons. Same old Ramona. And that was it. That was the end of the show. And then episode 8 is Watch What Happens Live. I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I don't watch that. I didn't feel like it was necessary.
Okay. But she mentioned in other seasons that she doesn't have a relationship with her. I'm thinking that's father for many years. I think she disassociated herself from that like her family, because one, they were probably asking her for money, and two, it was too much of an emotional like thunderstorm for her. Being in the city with her husband and her child was all that she could take. And she was running from all of that mess. Like she said it. She's like, why am I going to go back to that town? I don't have good memories there. My sister lives in the house where all of that trauma took place. Why am I going to go back to that? And I can understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's nothing for you there, so why go back?
Okay, hold on. He said he was nominated for Best Talk Show, yet the rumor is he's about to get canceled. Who this? Nick Cannon? All right, so those were the 2 episodes. The season is over. This was good. Are you looking forward to the Berkshires?
Yeah, because they're gonna be in Dorinda's house. I want to see when they start breaking her stuff. I want to see what she's gonna do.
She's got good insurance. She's got good insurance.
Remember how mad she got Ramona though for peeling paint off her wall though.
I forgot Andy has a talk show. I'm sorry, Yanni. Okay. Um, I think that he should be canceled, quite honestly, in more ways than one.
Shut up! I think he should be canceled. Damn, I think he should be canceled.
Yeah, yes, our condolences to Nick Cannon and the mother of his son Zen, Alyssa. I think her name is Alyssa Scott. Condolences to them on the loss of their child. That is not the way how things should go. Wow, that was a rough one to hear. Oh, good Lord. Don't listen to what I say. All right. So guys, come back you're doing Project Runway in less than 3 minutes. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. So guys, if you're tuning in for Project Runway, please meet us at the top of the hour. We will be right back. Please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And it helps us to get our content out to other people who might be interested in our little conversations here. Live chat, you've been the best. Hello, replay crew. We appreciate you. Leave your comments below.
Yes, watch your comments so we want to know your opinions on this.
Stephen, you took notes. Jamal, be prepared. Stephen has his notes. And Yanni will be right back. So, guys, we'll see you there in about 2 minutes. All right?
Yes, this episode, I would say, this Project Runway. It was a quick episode, and I was loving it.
Cyndi Lauper was on it, wasn't she?
Yes.
I love her. Okay.
Girl, just wanna have fun.
I was gonna sing it, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna torture people. All right, guys, we'll see you there in a couple minutes. Until next time, Jamal.
Of course.
All righty. Bye.
Bye.